The first day I saw, like when you get wet dreams and all that, I remember
So you were
approaching my
having
mom.
wet dreams, were you?
Oh yeah, I had wet dreams, Yeah, I had, if I didn't
Oh
get
my God.
if I didn't get wet dreams, you think you will still be married to me? No, so come on. I want to be real to the guys,
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Riri and this is Louis, my husband. Welcome to the channel. Is that your little happy dance?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so thank you guys so much for stopping by on our channel. Today we want to discuss something that is sensitive but also very interesting at the same time. We came across this dilemma on Reddit and we want to tackle this Reddit with you guys and share something that could potentially help someone that's also going through the same thing. So I'll get straight into the Reddit dilemma. All right, so this is from a male, 22 years old.
Okay.
So he says, a woman I've been talking to says it's weird that I'm a virgin.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm 22-year-old, been talking to this woman who's 21-year-old, have been going out and talking for over a month and a half now. We've talked about the possibility of a relationship and it's been great. The other day, she told me that she thinks it's weird that I haven't made a move yet sexually.
Oh, okay.
I'm a virgin by choice. I was raised as a Muslim, so sex isn't the most important thing to me personally. Should I worry? And how should I respond to what she said?
The first thing I would say is don't worry, okay? We live in a times where the right looks wrong and the wrong looks right.
Yeah.
I believe if you find yourself 103 centuries ago, you would have received an award for being a virgin at the age of 22 years. Now, if you find a lady who thinks you are being weird or you are acting weird to be a virgin, I think
Like it's abnormal to be a virgin at 22.
it's abnormal to be a virgin at 22. I think it's priorities. If you find yourself in a position where you prioritize sex over many things, and you meet a lady who doesn't prioritize virginity, I think even just knowing that is enough grounds for you to consider the relationship and think or consider if you should stay or not. Does that make sense? If I was a guy and I meet a lady who doesn't value virginity as I do, it's a no ground for me. I wouldn't continue with her because you don't value the things I value. And what shows that you expecting me to initiate something, okay, wasn't in the same case with your exes. I don't know if she has been with the exes or whatever, but what shows that you also didn't do it to men of the past, or you've not done it to some of your friends. I don't want to blow this out of proportion, but I think it's right for you to be a virgin at 22. There's nothing wrong. I think it's even high moral standard, and I must commend you for that. Don't ever feel pressured because a lady who
finds it weird,
or a lady you met and you guys are in a relationship finds it weird, so you are tempted or you are pressured to give in. I think it's not the right move for you. So that is my take on it. What do you think?
And how should he respond to the girl?
Well, I think for her to keep saying what she's saying tells me she doesn't really understand the value you place on virginity. So sitting her down to explain to her how you uphold, okay, virginity is important. And after you have the conversation with her, if she still persists or if she still tries to crack jokes and low-key pressurize you to give in, I think she's not the right person for you. No two ways with this. You don't have to think much about this. And I believe you claim you are a Muslim, so I believe it's you also keeping your virginity because of your moral standards. So long as you claim you are a Muslim and you claim you are a virgin, I think you should just stick to your standards and never compromise for any lady. Don't give away your innocence. Don't let someone use you. All because of Thank you very much. That is my take on this. What do you think?
I'm just having a look at some of the comments.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Well, what are some of the comments? Could you read them out?
Okay, so someone says, I'm a 24 male virgin. It's perfectly normal to do what you want to do. Whether that be to have sex or not to have sex, I'm also a virgin by choice. I view sex as such a special thing between two people and don't want to do anything with anyone other than the girl who's going to be my future wife.
That's good, you know. And you know, one thing I've come to realize is if you are a guy, okay, I understand when we were young, I also had the same issue. I haven't had it before. So I keep asking myself, how am I going to perform?
So, yeah.
How am I going to perform?
Take it back. So, you were technically a 27-year-old virgin.
Yes, what's wrong with that?
So you actually waited till you were 27. This person is just 22 and they're already struggling in the dating life.
Yes, because of the time.
You waited so long. What are some of the things that you did to be able to keep your virginity to the age of 27?
Well, let me tell you the truth. The truth is that it's not easy. Especially in our times where we have access to social media. My time, I didn't have access to phone. If I had access to phone...
You're saying my time like you were born in like 1970.
Oh yeah, but during those days I was a teenager.
Yeah, you didn't
Apple wasn't Apple.
Yeah.
We're all over the MP3, the Walkman. Do you know the Walkman? The CD player.
I know what a Walkman is, but I never had one.
Yeah, but I mean, we were all obsessed with those things. Walkman, then we went to the generation of MP3. Then from MP3, we came to iPod, you know? Then from iPod, then we started getting the Blackberries and all that.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I mean? So we didn't have access to the phone to explore. You understand? So I was even having doubts in my mind. Hey, how do men and women give birth? How did my father give birth to me?
Babe, you knew that.
Wait. I'm telling you the truth.
You already knew that.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you how my teenage years started. I had so many questions in my mind. I felt like, hey, how? I had so many hows.
Okay, so this was at what age? Like what age?
This was around when I was in year 5. So that would be at the age of, I would say, 14 years old.
14 years, you're in year 7 or 8.
Okay, whatever, but...
Like high school.
Very young, like year 5 years. So I would say, no, when I got to high school, then I was experienced.
So you mean primary school?
Yeah, primary school. That's what I mean, yeah. Primary school. Yeah. Moving into the junior high school, you know what I mean? Like, I had so many houses. And because I had no access to phone, I had no option but to ask my mom and dad. I know it's going to be TMI, but the first day I saw, you know, like when you get wet dreams and all that, you know, I remember
So you were
approaching my
having
mom.
wet dreams, were you?
Oh yeah, I had bad dreams, you know. Yeah, I had. If I didn't
Oh my God.
if I didn't get wet dreams, you think you will still be married to me? No. So come on, I want to be real to the guys, you know.
Okay.
You know. So I remember the first day I had a wet dream. I went to my mom. I'm like, oh, there's something slimy coming out from my you know.
TMI,
You know?
I'm cringing, I'm cringing.
Oh yeah, look, I want to be open to my guys, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, it happens. But the difference between my time and this generation is that they already have access to technology. So all the house do not need to be targeted to their parent. Why is this so? The house and the wise. Why?
You can just Google
How?
everything.
You Google everything. And because Google is not a parent in nature, Google is going to give you everything. No filters. You know, so the kids grow older than their age.
Mentally.
So this is the temptation of this age. The kids have access to so much information that they even know more than their parents.
Yeah.
You know, so for someone to keep his virginity till 22 should tell you he has done marvelously well.
Yeah.
And it's normal to have people come into your life to think it's weird to stay
And try and
pure. But
change
my
your mind.
encouragement to you is,
But you didn't really tell us the things you did to like make sure that you didn't go against your values.
So I said it. I don't know how I would have behaved if I
So
had.
how was it like in university when you obviously had a lot of like women around you,
Okay.
and you probably would have been tempted at some stage?
Yeah, I was tempted at some stage. I was tempted.
Can you tell us about that and how you overcame? those
Overcame. Okay,
temptations?
good. So that's what I was saying earlier. That I don't know how I would have behaved if I found myself in this era where I had access to phone that could answer all my whys and all my hows, and all my whats. You know, all yeah. But during those days, I remember whatever question I had, I asked my parents, and they were matured enough to filter the answer that I needed to listen to hear.
Sure.
But when I got into the uni, thanks be to God, my moral values were high. My moral standards were high.
You had your
I
foundation.
had access to the Word of God. So that really guided me in a way. You know, sometimes I felt tempted. The girls were
Because we're
carrying all
human.
over me.
Yeah.
The girls were
The
putting their
temptations
hands
will be there.
in my head.
The
and
girls were
all.
doing what?
They were putting their hands in my head. They were like, hey, Louis, hey, Louis, hey, Louis, hey, Louis, you know? But what really helped me in my uni days were, because I had a target, I wanted to achieve a goal. And that really gave me some kind of boundaries. I had a fear of failing, the fear of going back to my previous state, because my life wasn't that good for me. So the fear of going back to who I was, or finding myself in a situation where I couldn't afford my basic needs. So I needed to push. So that fear was what guided me. You know, so
And you knew women would take you off that track.
I knew women would take me off that track. So I really was conscious of what I did, and that was what guided me to get over the face of those times, those hard times. But the challenge is that if I found myself in this generation where I had access to everything, I don't think I would have handled it the way I did.
You reckon?
So circumstances guard me. Do you understand? So then the question is, how then do I relate this as an advice to the next generation? You may have access to all you have, but I want you to use your focus. Like, what do you want to achieve in the next 5 years? What do you want to achieve in the next 10 years? Use that as a guiding factor to make decisions. Ask yourself, if you have sex with this lady and she gets pregnant, won't that jeopardize your academic ambition? If you marry this lady, or sorry, if you sleep with this lady and you contract an STI, how would you move on with your life? So those things, those ambitions, those goals are things that would guide you to live a life that you need to live right in the sight of people, and also that will contribute to the accomplishment of your future goals.
Okay, babe, what about kids or teenagers that live in a privileged country where they don't have to worry about going to a life where they can afford their basic needs? They have everything taken care of for them. Their parents are well off. Even if they don't get their highest grades, they will still have a good life. Like, what advice can you give to those kids or teenagers that have those like circumstances or situations? Like, they've got everything handed to them, so they don't have to let their situation really guide them. What else can they use to shape their foundation and morals?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. I think in situations like that, it's a little unfortunate because now you have no reason to abstain.
What about the word of God?
Yes, that's what I'm driving at.
Okay.
So you have no reason to abstain. So it tells you that the devil is going to change the systems, and he's going to manipulate leaders to allow policies that would encourage immorality. But one thing that I know that can never change is the word of God. So as a young person, it's better not to even start it. If like ask the older people that thought they were living the life, ask them if they were young again, would they have done it? Trust me, they will say no. So listen to us, because we have been there and we've been through it and we are where we are. It's not a good path to take. So you find yourself in a situation where circumstances and situations can't guide you. The only thing that can help you is the word of God.
And also, like, honestly, sex is just a really powerful weapon, honestly. It really distorts your thinking. It really distorts how you view things, how you view people, especially in relationships. Like, if you're, like, active in your relationship, for example, it puts this, like, blinds over your eyes, and you can't really even see the person for who they truly are. So sometimes it's best to just like not even engage, so you can have your path cleared for you, so you can go on and achieve what you want to achieve without all the distractions. Because like, even some people see sex as a casual thing, but it's really a connection between two people, and you exchange energies. They say you exchange the person's energy, and you're taking something from the person, and the person is also giving you something, and you're also receiving something from them. So it's inviting a lot of energy into your life that can really destroy your life, or can really change your path as well. So another reason to just like abstain from it.
And one thing I've also realized regarding sex is, but when you start having sex, you start seeing things. You start to think you are living a good life. So
like
even if
ladies,
you are supposed to work hard at your academics, you don't, because you are not used to an aspect of life where it's all about fun. So you realize that I know there are some people that are naturally brilliant, But for the most of the guys that find themselves in sexual behaviors, you realize that you get to a point where you don't want to push hard to steady. You want to take everything easy. So sex, I think, also reduces your momentum at achieving your academic goal. Yeah. So you see that as you are studying, before when Annabelle didn't come into your life, you are always studying, but because you are now testing Annabelle behind the scene, you are studying, and now it's a name of a person, animal, place, or a thing. For example, Annabelle. For example, Annabelle. What is a verb? A verb is, then Annabelle is all over. Give me an example of a verb. You say Annabelle. You are in the thought, Annabelle. You are sleeping, Annabelle. Anytime, Annabelle. So you realize that those passion, they interfere with your, it's too early to feed your mind with sexual passion, you know? So yeah, I know it's hard, guys, but I think it's still possible to overcome sexual drive in these days.
And it's completely normal to wait till marriage, really. And if you haven't the right person, if you haven't found the right person, it's completely normal to be a virgin at 20, 30, 40, 50. It's normal. It's a personal decision. No one can tell you it's weird. No one should even have the right to tell you that it's weird. Like, that's your values, that's your morals, that's what you believe in. And if it's weird to them, then they're not the right person for you, period.
That's right. So if you ever think you are making a wrong decision, please hear it from us. It's a very good decision you are making. Abstaining from sex before marriage is the best. Thank you very much.
I like you just like, thank you very much. Alright, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys have learned something from this video. That's what we try to aim to give you guys, something that you can take home, reflect on, and apply to your lives. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave your comments below, leave your thoughts, opinions in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.